Greetings, I am Anthony F. Elmore Memphis' first independent filmmaker. I am also a community activist and a Black Memphis film historian who use film to uplift and upgrade our community of Orange Mound in Memphis. Orange Mound is the only community in America that has a cultural, family, and historical connection to the father of the blues, W.C. Handy, the king of the blues, B.B. King, and the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley. The father of the blues, W.C. Handy, was connected to Orange Mound via not only the historic W.C. Handy Theater that was built in Memphis in 1947, W.C. Handy was also part of the historic Orange Mound Blues Bowl game that raised money to support the opening of the Orange Mound Daycare. The game included the Orange Mound Blues Bowl Parade and W.C. Handy appearing at the Orange Mound Melrose Stadium. The W.C. Handy Theater in Orange Mound rivaled any show ever held on Beale Street or Harlem in New York. The W.C. Handy Theater in Orange Mound was part of the historic Black Chitlin Circuit. In regards to music, the song Rocket 88, recorded by Ike Turner and Jackie Brenston, is considered by many as America's first rock and roll record. The place, Orange Mound, is the first place in America where not only the first rock and roll record was played in America on April 7th and 8th in 1951, Orange Mound has the distinction and the untold story of the family, cultural, and historic ties to the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley. The untold part of Elvis Presley history is Elvis Presley's relationship to the black community. During Elvis Presley's early career, we black people considered Elvis one of us. In fact, Elvis had much resistance from the white community early in his career. Elvis Presley early was seen at the club Hippodrome in Memphis. He was seen at the Black Tree Avenue Baptist Church and places where black music was featured. Elvis Presley, the only white man that made Memphis or made Orange Mound a part of his life. You see, Mary Mitchell, the Orange Mound historian, tells the story of Elvis Presley when he would drive his motorbike to Orange Mound and hang out with Frankie Lane and the Orange Mound youth who could sing. The story during rigid segregation in Memphis is made clear that Elvis Presley, and they made it clear to Elvis Presley that if the police saw him with the black youth, he must tell them that he was not kidnapped and he wanted to be with them. You see, the W.C. Handy on Tuesday nights had the youth talent show, whereas youth performed at the W.C. Handy Theater talent show. Miss Mitchell remembers Elvis Presley, a white man, performing among blacks as one of the neighborhood youth. Also untold is the Elvis Presley Orange Mound family relationship. You see, Clara Johnson, who lives in Orange Mound, tells a story that before she was born, her mother used to babysit Elvis Presley as a youth in Tupelo, Mississippi. Elvis called her mama. When Elvis became famous, he filled his Cadillac with gifts and brought it to their home. Also untold is the story of the black midwife who birthed Elvis Presley and his brother who died. You see, that midwife who birthed Elvis Presley lived in Orange Mound, and that is a part of Orange Mound's history that is untold. You see, also, when Orange Mound Daycare was being built, Elvis Presley donated money. You see, untold is also the story of music producer Willie Mitchell, who is who was a 1946 Melrose graduate. Willie Mitchell played at the Plantation Inn in West Memphis, whereas Elvis and his friend George Klein would visit the Plantation Inn. When Elvis got famous and moved to Brenston, he would invite Willie Mitchell's band to play at Graceland. Elvis Presley was deeply connected to Orange Mound, and we hold Elvis Presley as a part of our Orange Mound family. Now, in regards to blues great B.B. King, who is king of the blues, it is a historical fact that when B.B. King first came to Memphis, he lived in Orange Mound with his cousin Booker White, who was a Hall of Fame Grammy winner. Clearly, B.B. King performed at the W.C. Theater, but B.B. King actually lived in Orange Mound for a short time. There is no other community in America other than Orange Mound that can claim the cultural, family, and historic connections to the father of the blues, W.C. Handy, the king of the blues, B.B. King, and the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley. It is only Memphis racism, white supremacy, and black-on-black racism that deny Orange Mound's history from being noted, and Orange Mound transformed into a dynamic Memphis tourist attraction. I am Anthony Elmore.